The team that I'm featuring today is going to be this Goku Super, Android 17 Super, and Oob GT. All for big reasons. This Goku here has instant transmission, so you can teleport behind your opponents, lock them off you. You have all fired up, which is an instant sparking for 3 cost, with Super Spirit Bomb, which is unblockable. You can vanish it if you get your timing right, or if you're far enough away, you can kind of go left or right. Do not go up and down. Android 17 here is an Android, so you don't charge, but you do always get Ki passively, which is really good for taking care of anybody with AfterImage Strike, things like that. Also has a barrier, which would be good for any unblockables that I do not feel good about timing, or maybe the connection's bad, so I feel safer going for the Android barrier than I do the Vanish. And I also have another Insta Sparking. Everybody on this team has one, surprise, surprise. Time to Get Serious, which lets me either go to Barrier Explosion, which is a fan favorite of mine, because you go in and then you blow up, you go down to 1 HP, you take them out, you swap out into somebody else, let 17 heal back up again. Maybe by the time 17 comes back, pops the Insta Sparking again, and then does another Bomb Explosion. I don't know, it reminds me of Shiatsu, big fan. I also think that Gamma 1 and 2 will play very much like Android 17 here. So I want to get a lot of practice in with Android 17. I need to get my proficiency up. It's only 4 stars. I got to get him to 7. And then Oob. Oob is really good because he has different kinds of Ki Blasts, which I'll go over very shortly and show you. But he also has Wild Sense, which is my personal favorite. I do not like using AfterImage Strike, even though I do think it's probably better than Wild Sense. I just like Wild Sense for the nice, like, 3,000 damage. Power up to the very limit, another instant sparking. I do have a transformation in Majub, but I really don't like Majub's skill sets or anything about him. Really, except for the Majin Beam. I do like the Majin Beam. When you transform into Majub, you do get full Ki, so you can pop a Majin Beam right after it if you would like. But I mostly keep him in Oob GT. Has a nice Super Kamehameha and a Rush Attack and Blazing Barrage Palm, along with a Super Explosive Wave. So you don't have to be very accurate, just kind of in the vicinity, and you can just launch that baby off. A lot of people don't expect it, and even if they Wild Sense, you'll catch them. If they After-Image Strike, or maybe they are at the end of their timer, they might get hit by it, things like that. But first, let's get into Oob and why his Ki Blasts are a little different than normal. So I was watching Alwuhu, I probably butchered his name. I was watching his video yesterday about Turles and why he liked Turles, because he has different kind of ways to approach with his Ki Blasts. And I realized that Oob also has that. So if Oob is standing still and he just charges, it's 3 that are really slow. But if you're kind of just moving to the side and throw some, they're a little faster. And then if you dash and charge, they're very fast. So you have 3 different timings you can work with to get your approach down. Oh, no, okay, not like that, but you can use them a little better. Let's get Vegito out of here. Alright, he's a 4 cost with the Insta Sparking. He doesn't feel very cheesy, and if you ever really want to, he also has the Kamehameha in case you ever want to have a Beam Blast. He does have the option there. But obviously, the big thing that I like the most about him is this Super Explosive Wave here. It's great. The After-Image Strike, they try to teleport it, does not matter. I like that the team has a variety of ultimate attacks as well. They all have Sparkings, but they all have very different ultimates here. 17's, obviously the bomb. Get it? Big pun. How much damage does it do to me here? We're going to be able to see how much damage it does to Vegeta. For 20,000 to Gogeta, 18,000 to myself, and then I can just get back up. Going to Goku. And this is like those 2 close range ultimates. Close to mid range. This one's it can be far, can be close, can be mid. The Super Spirit Bomb, unblockable, and sparking. And the ability to have a bunch of transformations with Goku in case he's the last one. We really decide, yo, I want to try to get a God Bind off. I really want to go Kaioken for a lot of extra damage. Alrighty, folks, hopping into game 1 here. We're going to let the voice on play 1 time, and then after that, we're skipping it.
Gohan, this version of you I never got to see grow up. I just feel awful for what you went through.
We're still going to beat him up, though. Do not get it wrong.
This world, Dad. I'll keep carrying on your legacy.
How are you gonna carry it above your head? Anyways, this future Gohan here, we go in hot for the start. We try to go ahead and KO him. Let me go ahead and make sure I can pause it. Just want to see that grab. Look at that amazing grab. Nah, I had to go ahead and get my buttons correct. But yes, he throws out some nice punches, but I get that back shots on him because I hit my side steps on this gentleman in this game. And even though this first game does not turn out in my favor, the best of 3 is a great example of adapting to somebody's playstyle, playing around it, and maybe even beating them at their own game. But Android 17, I always like sending him in on any future Gohan, and this Videl here is a problem, and you'll see why after this second one also lands. I'm pretty sure this is unblockable, not unvanishable, because later in the video I do get good enough at it where I do get the timing down, and they're not ready. They don't understand how to handle that. But for right now, they get into sparking, and I am playing the evasive game. I'm pretty sure this is tracking me straight up, by the way, unless I was misinterpreting where Videl was at. That looked like she was tracking me straight up. And she goes again, and it's tracking me straight up again, which is actually very close if I did not hit a side dash on that. But she is out of those for right now. She has one more if she wants to use it, but I'm trying to keep my distance because I want to go ahead and take this Videl out if I can, making sure she can't swap out and do this much damage to another character if I do not get the timing right. But let's see if I get my timing right. Oh, nope, it is not this one right here. Oh, and what's he going to do? Hit it one more time? I was so frustrated at this point. I was losing my mind thinking there is no way that this is unblockable, unguardable. There's some way to get out of it. I just had to figure out what it was. Even if that was redoing my timing or something different, I was going to figure out what it was. So he does this. I get the side dash on him, which wastes that a lot. And he's only at half a bar. So if I could take him out, this would be a great opportunity to set my team up for some success. Because this is a low DP character that is doing way too much damage for what any normal Videl that I fight does. They're not using the AfterImage Strike a lot, but all those kicks are doing a ton of damage. Brings the future Gohan back in, not extremely healthy. Him and Oops hitting about at the same health, but Oops get the back shots in, and he pops the Sparking immediately, which is what sends me on the run one more time. He's getting the key spam in, and I'm trying to deflect him because you get a lot of skill bar a lot faster. He rips the ultimate. I dodged it because the wild sense I had 15 seconds to go pop, but don't worry, he's back into his Sparking again after popping his other skill, and he's once again throwing his ult out. This one lands. Did not have a wild sense active, and this is going to take Oob from me, so Oob is now gone. Just my other two boys in the back. Still trying to go for a comic accurate 17 Gohan finish. And then Goku there just comes in blind, can't see. I think if your character is coming in off somebody dying, you should get an automatic lock on, just like you do if you're swapping in your character regularly. He brings in Metal Cooler, and with Metal Cooler, I know he's a higher DP character, and with Super Saiyan future Gohan, I know that's at least 6 DP, so I figured this is his whole team after I saw the Metal Cooler, and I can kind of relax a little bit. I thought it might have been another 5 character kind of gauntlet deal where they try to time you out and swap out, and I was worried that I was going to have to try a lot harder than I really wanted to, but seeing the Metal Cooler here was nice, because it also gives me an opportunity to fight somebody that has the regeneration, and they're also an Android. And since I do play Android 17, I know the big thing is that you just want to keep the Android's key low, and if they're too far away from you, and they have low key, there's no way they can approach you without you getting the advantage on them. So keeping your key very high is one of the best things about being an Android. And being able to win your Vanish Wars, get more skill count during those Vanish Wars. I take the grab, but it doesn't matter. He hits the Sonic Sway and then hits me with some laser eye beams. I get behind him one more time because I told you, these side steps are crispy. My shoes be squeaking like the boots in SpongeBob when he gets them. I do an insane approach and then get the tech behind him to get the back shots again, but he gets a super counter, then gets the regeneration off, and I'm like, you know what? That's a fair trade. Let me go ahead and pop my Sparking. And I have 3 bars, so if I throw this, I'm going to be able to do this one more time. And he does the up-down strategy, and my controller's not really doing what I want it to do. Either that, or I'm just kind of mistiming it. I'm trying to get that Dragon Dash in when he's either hitting the top of the stadium or the bottom. And at this point, I figured he's just far enough away where, like, this is probably going to hit him because I'm locked on, and it's just big enough. Because this happened to me where I thought I was going to get away by going down on a Spirit Bomb. Okay, that sounds weird, but out of context, let me go ahead and rephrase that. While I was flying down, thought the Spirit Bomb wouldn't be able to catch me, but it does. And hey, here I am again. Once again, sparking immediately into a Spirit Bomb. I don't think he's even locked onto me yet. He swaps out into Videl, and this made me very happy this first game. Insanely happy. Gave me the motivation to really pick up and carry through this game. And play the rematch, and then play the best of 3 because I do win match 2. We'll not tell you how match 3 works out right now. Let's focus. Go ahead and another future Gohan comes back, and for some reason he's immediately in sparking mode. I too go back into sparking mode and throw my 3rd Spirit Bomb of the game. He throws his 3rd ultimate, but my Spirit Bomb is just a little faster than a man with 1 arm, and I am able to blow him up with the Spirit Bomb. Something. Oh, and he's gone. Videl was gone, so I pretty much just KO'd 2 guys that were very annoying with into sparking and ultimate, kind of giving him a little bit of a taste of his own medicine here. And it's just Metal Cooler and now my Goku. I'm a lot lower than he is, but I'm not giving up yet. I know he's an android, and look how low he is on ki. What I say earlier, I said, hey, don't be an android and don't be low on ki. It's the one thing you don't want to do. And look what he is, an android low on ki. So I know it's my opportunity to smack him up, teach him a lesson. He doesn't watch my videos, and he should. I get a beautiful combo off here. A lot of mix-up to maybe kind of throw him off of a super counter and trying to get my rhythm. He gets that amazing grab, which I do, and not tech, unfortunately. And then I also miss the teleport on the Vanish attack, and I do lose the first game. Which is unfortunate. But I was not deterred. I saw what he had, and I said, you know what? I think I could beat that. So let's go ahead and go into game 2. Voice line skipped straight into the action. He did this first round as well, where he led with a Ki Blast and then did a Dragon Dash, which does put him at a disadvantage for a Vanish 4, which is why I do take it here early in this game. I do unfortunately miss, but like I told you, my sidesteps are crispy. They hear me coming from a mile away, don't matter, my sidesteps crispy. And I hit for a nice 20-hit combo here. He does get the nice fast recovery because we are in the hyperbolic time chamber. Very flat, as you can see. No terrain. And I am kind of piecing him up. And I send 17 in to finish the job. I look at him. Me and 17 make eye contact. And I go, hey, this is the time to... This is it, man. You can fix the timelines right here. And then he sends in Videl. So I'm like, this is the girl, yeah, who keeps kicking the shit out of me. Like Bruce Lee. And I got to either figure out this timing or take this L to Videl again. And I hate Videl. I want to Spirit Bomber with every character I have if I could. Hits me with the crispy sidestep. Honestly, didn't expect that. I get a nice little guard in. And I'm trying not to get hard knocked down by her. Because that's when she charges and then gets enough for that key. I hit circle there. I let Goofy spam my perception from that far away. What I was trying to do was hit the Vanish attack that would dive and hit her into the floor. Hey, you know, that happens. But this is also why I like having Android 17. Being able to key spam, being an Android for players who have AfterImage Strike. Because I do think the AfterImage Strike is activated now. She was at 4 skill stocks, now at 1. And once again, hitting the double. But I learned to dodge. And I have a gift. But it was already active and I didn't realize it. So I sent my ult off. But now I'm an Android with no key. So I have to swap out. I bring Majubin. Knowing that AfterImage Strike is still up, but not too sure about the timing, I'm just kind of keeping my distance here. I'm not going to let her get into sparking, because if I have to keep doing this timing, and I'm out of key, I'm not going to be able to vanish. And I make a nice approach, actually making her unable to go into sparking. She doesn't just pop the AfterImage Strike and all of a sudden get very aggressive. Very bold when that AfterImage Strike is popped. I should have known. I think I recovered with some nice little super counters there to keep me back in the game in a wild sense, to do a nice little chunk of damage, and it's worn off now, so I'm able to finish the combo and take her out of the game early. So no more Videl, no more learning about that timing, but keeping in mind that it's about the same timing as this guy's ultimate here. I bring in my Goku, he insta sparks. I say, you know what, man, I could play this game too, so I insta spark as well. He comes in immediately. I go for the attack, and I look goofy because he just caught me in the ultimate that I should have seen come from a mile away. But don't worry, I will not fall for the same trick twice. I fall very goofily. I don't know if you saw that. I fell very goofily over that, and I could not recover in time. So now he's got an ultimate again. And I think that was beneath me, and he somehow hit me with the same ultimate 2 times in a row. I'm still in my first sparking. How is that possible? Either way, I can't make eye contact with him. I just can't see him. And I finally do, so I just ripped the Spirit Bomb. And I figure, you know what? I also have enough to pop sparking in ultimate one more time. So can I do it to Future Gohan again? Would I like to do it to Future Gohan? Give him a little taste of his own medicine? Because, you know, it's only fair that if my son's trying to do something, I have to show him up as a dad, right? As Goku. But he dodges it. He just gets out of the way that time, luckily enough. And I have to switch Goku out, but my timer is nowhere near done, and I have to let Goku kind of fall over there. So Goku's down early. A little unfortunate, because that's an unblockable ultimate there. But he does bring in Metal Cooler. I know Future Gohan's in the back, and I'm pretty sure I could take Metal Cooler on one-on-one with Oob, somebody who I'm very confident winning my ones with that Wild Sense, the Instant Sparking, and just his skill set in general. Very confident in what he has to offer. With those taps that kick over that guard is very good because you can't guard high and low. So if they're guarding one, they can't guard the other, and that can tell you where to attack them to open them up, get a nice little combo, or just kind of do something a little offensively here. I popped the Insta Sparking. I get the nice full combo, unable to get a super count on me, and I rip a Kamehameha to not waste my ultimate and keeps him key. And I do a very fancy dive there in order to hunt Metal Cooler down and not let him get his regeneration off, because I know he's going to want to pop that. Then I get another fat 24-hit combo for a hard knockdown and charge all the way to an ult this time. And it doesn't matter that he instant transmissioned. He is now caught in my super explosive wave, but he does block, so he gets out of it alive and is able to keep Metal Cooler in the back, bring the Future Gohan in. But I'm pretty confident Oob can also take out this Future Gohan because we're about equal in health, and once again, still confident that I can take him out. He goes for the Vanish attack there, I think trying to send me away to get his ultimate off again, because that's kind of the one thing he does with this character. Yep, into sparking and ultimate. So I bring 17 in to hopefully finish this and fix the timelines, but I don't think I do. And for some reason, listen, I don't know what I was doing. Yeah, you look goofy because I just made some goofy decisions. I went straight up to lose sight of him. He was nowhere, not even tracking me. He was fighting somewhere in the middle of the map, and then I go right down. Instead of going past him, I stop right at him, unsure why I did that, and then I just really pay the ultimate price here. He hits me with the ultimate, hits me with the combo, but I dodge it, yep, and then I pop my sparking, let him know that he's really not that scary. I lose, I don't really get into much of a Vanish War there, he just kind of kicks me down and then swaps out into Metal Cooler. Metal Cooler's sitting at 1 health bar, and I'm like, dude, this is my time to show him that I'm a better android. And since I have sparking, I technically have more ki than him. I ripped my ultimate, and now I have less ki than him, and he blocked it. And now 17's also gone. So I think it's just up to Oob. Goku's also just, you know, he lost way early. He was out of this game real early, but I think Oob can do it. I have my confidence in Oob. And getting that beautiful combo to take Metal Cooler out, I was like, yeah, I got this in the bag, no problem. Oob's the guy. He could do it against his Future Gohan. Even if he keeps popping his Sparkings, I'll be able to Wild Sense if I stay close enough and get away from him. He throws me. I get it. I don't even know, a crazy dodge there in order to get some back shots. I'm over here getting full combos on him, running his Sparking at a time and also taking the advantage. Pop a Wild Sense and then take the aggression with another Wild Sense active. Since this is a rush attack, a Wild Sense will always have dodged that, but I sidestep it anyway, so I kept my Wild Sense in case he had turned around or got something else off and tried throwing a punch or two. And I would take that second game. So let's see how round 3 goes, because he actually did take the rematch on round 3. I wasn't sure if he was going to, but he did. Game 3, ladies and gentlemen. I had another juicy sidestep on this guy here, taking him to Sidestep Academy. I should probably start a school as Goku. Take Future Gohan there so he can defend his future better. Hit him with another sidestep. I don't get the back this time, but I do hit him with a nice combo for 6,000 to open him up. And I do vanish his vanish attack or whatever that follow-up is that kicks me down to the ground. And I am getting insane back shots on him. I go into 17 and actually misses the follow-up combo on him. But I do have enough ki because Android 17 comes in with 3 ki. I have enough to hit him. Yeah, and that was a dodge. And that was a dodge. Let's talk about it. That was an insane dodge, alright? I got the timing down. What can I say? I learned. I have adapted. I have learned that Videl's what the timing's like, and I've got it down for that long range. But I am an Android who is low on ki now. The worst thing to be is an Android because she's very close to being able to go into sparking. And I have to throw ki in order to get it. But now I let my ki rise up slowly over time. So now I can have an opening whenever I want. And she's still trying to charge. And I've done an absurd amount of damage. Because they've just kind of let me throw ki at them and not done anything about it. It does have the potential AfterImage Strike here. But I just keep getting these sidesteps in on her. Because I realized that this technique's all I needed to get it if it's from neutral. I get a nice combo there in sparking, but she somehow gets a follow-up on me because my combo drops. You know, I probably could have been a little more accurate, I guess. I get the sidestep again, just out of pure habit. I'm over here hitting insane perceptions. Don't understand why. Get another nasty sidestep in there, and I'm throwing my ult at her, dude. Because I'm like, I want to take care of Adele. And this is amazing here. I was like, man, if I can't take Gohan out, I'll just take his wife with me, you know? And that, canonically, fixed the timelines. 17 is falling for a very long time, and I want you to keep in mind what happens in this time period. Future Gohan comes in, activates his skill that puts him into sparking, and he's already in sparking. Who would have thought? I activate my instant transmission and fly straight to the ceiling thinking, hell no, I don't want a damn thing to do with this guy. Make him lose sight of me and try to waste more of his time. I go all the way down. I go all the way up. He throws it again. And I thought I got the timing down for Videl, because I was like, it's very similar to Videl's super timing. But I did not get it correctly, and that was actually back shots on me. So that's another reason. It's a lot harder to guard and time that. I am still unsure if this is a unblockable ultimate, or if it's just something that he keeps getting really good timing on me, and I am missing the vanishing on it. I go for another instant transmission to get away from him, buy some more time, and go straight to the floor. Charge up. Hit another instant transmission. He flies past me. I hit the Kamehameha there on accident. Can't lie. And then I hit the side steps. Learning. Adapting. Realizing that he's no longer going to hit me with those. And I think he has failed to hit me with those actually for a little bit now. So I keep dodging along with the Videl kicks. So you have to adapt to your opponents. Even if it's something that you don't like fighting initially. You can adapt and beat them 2 games in a row like this and take the 2 out of 3, man. You got to do it. It feels great. And Goku there just for some reason wanted to swap out into Oob and put all the world's hope and faith on his shoulders, on his little shoulders. But Oob chases him down here, and once again swaps into Metal Cooler, which is fine. You know, saves a lot of health on the ultimate on Gohan there. I want to keep calling him Ultimate Gohan. He's not, and he's an android who's not getting full ki and kind of doesn't want to chase me down and waste his ki. And I'm getting the slow ki there, as you can see, to open him up. Something I was talking about a little earlier. I used it in this 3rd game just a little bit, and then after this is when I really messed around and played with it. So in the future games, you will see Oob taking care of that little key trick there, taking full advantage of it. He gets me into a hard knockdown once again, and he doesn't follow up on it at all. He's not charging into like his ultimate and into sparking, and he's just kind of running away. And my controller is freaking out here, and I was losing my mind. I was losing my mind. It just didn't work. I couldn't chase him down the way I wanted to, but I somehow get a Kamehameha for 7,000 damage, which is good enough for me. And that saved my sanity grip right there to really seal up this last bit of the game. Because I was losing it. I was absolutely, the fact that I couldn't just chase this guy down with the Dragon Dash that I've been using for the other 2 games. I get a very beautiful hard knockdown combo on him into a Kamehameha to take him out of the game. And now it's just Future Gohan and Oob, and I think just with Oob it should be enough to take him out. But I do want to buy time because he has sparking, and if he plays smart, you can use his sparking to easily take care of 2 guys, if not even the field drastically. He comes in, but I hit him with another sidestep to just get insane back shots on Gohan. And like, you know, he does have a weak side, right? He only has 1 arm, so he does have a weak side. You can kind of take that side really easily. And then I hit him with a super attack. One of the first times I think I've actually used that super rush attack into a wild sense. And then I let 17 come in off the combo and set the timeline correct by taking care of Gohan there with a super electric strike. And that was game 3 with the team. I'm very much enjoying this team. And I will show you another team that I did play after this. Look at this team. Jais, Bere, Vegito, and Chiaotzu. He didn't, after he lost the 2, he didn't take the 3, which is fair. Because, you lost the 2, best 2 of 3. So you just pieced out of there. But this game was also insanely fun. I do have my live gameplay of that. I just want to go ahead and tune the audio on that. But you guys will be seeing that next. I really do like this team a lot. You'll be seeing a lot more of them. Please try them out if you have not. And if you made it this far, drop a like, drop a sub. Thank you very much for making this far. I'm trying to get to 500 subs by the end of the year. And if not, we're still going to shoot for 500 in the next year. And hopefully the DLCs will be out by then. But stay subscribed, and I'll keep you updated on any future Sparking Zero DLC updates. Thank you very much. Have a good one.